88 for Intuos 4. Eesh, that's even that's.
Well, this is for an Intuos 4, Intuos 5, and the SimCity.
Oh, okay. Are you looking on eBay or are you looking on
I'm on
Wacom's?
eBay.
Oh, you're on eBay.
See if what Wacom directly offers.
It might be
Without the pen, the tablet's pretty useless.
it might be a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to be much cheaper on Wacom's website. I tell you that.
Well, it'll almost be if it's depending on how much it is. It may just be worth that I upgrade, which would suck because this tablet I bought it for like $200 new,
Yep.
and that was it on sale too.
Yeah.
But if you also look at my tablet, you can see that it's well logged.
Yeah, there's
That
nothing.
Surface is a lot of like,
Nothing wrong with that. Just means you put some good use to it, right?
yep.
The only downside is that their pens aren't as good as they used to be.
Yep. Alright. Or well, that's useful. Their store doesn't exist. Good job.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Their store is fucked right now. If you go to it, it just simply says it doesn't exist.
For what, the pen?
No, the entire Wacom store.
Oh yeah, they stopped carrying the Intuos 4 like a while when they released.
No, you cannot access the store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't get a 404, you just get a cannot be found.
That's weird. I wonder if they got hit with some kind of attack or something, or if they're doing maintenance on it.
Hard to say. Let's see what Google Shopping. Okay, that's a lot better.
Yeah, you're right. Something's happening to their website. Oh, that's not good. Huh.
Yeah, I went to Google's own shopping, and they have the cheapest that they have is $65.50.
Yeah, you're to be honest with you, you're not gonna get it any cheaper unless you find somebody willing to sell it cheap on eBay. And I know you don't want to hear that, but
Yeah, no, it's one of those. Unfortunately, I can't do anything until I replace the stylus.
yep.
So. Oh, and that's not even for tablets. God, fuck you, god damn it.
Well, That sucks to hear, man. I know the feeling when that
Yeah,
stuff's...
this is... Yeah, for how long it's gonna take and how much it's gonna cost me, I'm just better off buying a new tablet. Stanley is the one that I found is $88, but it's actually $89 plus the shipping.
For an Intuos 4?
For Intuos 4, the stylus is $88.99 plus $7 shipping.
Well, something doesn't sound right.
Oh, by the way, it's not even shipping from the U.S. It's shipping from South Korea.
Yeah, yeah.
An estimated delivery time is June 2nd to July 1st.
Yeesh.
Oh, fuck that. I might as well just get a new tablet. How much it's gonna cost me? All these come from South Korea.
You can get one. Have you heard of B&H? B&H Photo and Video. They do like.
Yeah, that was one of the stores. They were wanting like $150.
No, $65.50. I see it right here.
Yeah, that's the one I looked at for the Cintiq.
This says Intuos 4 generation tablets. Only works with Intuos 4 generation tablets.
Okay, then can you link that one? Because clearly I've either...
Yeah, I'll link it. Hold on.
Because someone up here on eBay has a new inbox Intuos 4 for $64.
Yeah, 64 is is going to be like the cheapest you're going to get it.
Well, this is for a complete set. With new inbox.
What, like a tablet and the pen?
Yeah, the entire thing.
Well, what size is it? Is it the same size you got?
Appears to be. I have the small.
Well, if it's the same price as a pen, you're better off getting everything, right?
Except for all I need is a pen. Everything else be sitting off to the side or in a cabinet somewhere. Alright, let's see. Do I have the money for this? I should be able to make this work. Alright. I'll do what I can tonight with mouse. Let's see if the store gives me the same bullshit going. That's not a debit card. Well, sucks to have to do this, but oh well.
What happened?
It still sucks that it's like, well, my evening is now shot to hell.
It happens, man.
Because I can't figure out how to get the stylus back together. And it looks like a contact fell out of it, so I have no idea where that goes. Because I can't get the damn thing apart.
Yeah, those are...
Get the damn thing apart, I can get it back together.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Accomplish what I can and be done with today. Alright. Now, I placed the order for a replacement, so.
For a new pen, or did you go? What did you do?
For a new pen.
Yeah.
I don't need a replacement tablet. And most likely when this one finally does kick the bucket, I'll probably replace it with a Cintiq.
There you go. You've been eyeing the ones that the older models, or are you looking at a newer model?
I'd probably go for probably like a new.
Yeah.
If I can get it.
They are nice.
I mean, from what it looks like, they become another monitor for your computer, or a screen for your computer that just simply happens to be a touchscreen.
They do, yep. It just depends on which model you're going for. Like, if you're looking at the 13 HD, the older models used to not. I don't know how to best describe it. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, the 13 HD. That's a great one to start with. 22 HD non-touch is is the next one up from that, and then they have the 27. They don't do the 24-inch one anymore.
Oh, bummer. Both my primary, like I have a 24-inch and a 23-inch monitor on my desk.
Well, the 22 is nice. I've got the 22.
Okay. Now it plugs into your video card as like another monitor.
Correct. And
How does so?
just
So it connects through.
USB and either you can either go USB or DVI. Or wait, no, it's USB and DVI. I apologize. Sorry. I'm not sure what the 27-inch one does, but I know the 13 and the 22 go from or they use DVI. I believe DVI. I think maybe the 13 might be mini port. I don't know. I'd have to look and see what the spare again, but I know my 22 HD does DVI.
And if I understand it correctly, when it's not being used, it just kind of sits on your desk as another monitor.
Yeah. I mean, you can. Yeah. It's another monitor. I mean, it's totally. Their website's back up.
Okay. I'll take a look at what they offer, and I'm not expecting that the tablet's gonna kick the bucket anytime soon. And if it does, I'll be pissed as all hell. But considering I bought it in 2010 and have gotten a lot of miles out of it.
Okay, so the 13-inch connects through HDMI and USB, and they have a separate for power, and then the 22 does. Let's see, the 22.
Apparently the store is working for you, but it's not working for me.
No, it's not. The 22-inch does. Let's see. Let me check the connectors here.
Oh well.
Yeah, part of their website's not working for me either. I believe I have it either connected either DVI or HDMI. I think it does either or. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
If you go with the non-touch versions of the 22 or the 13-inch, you're going to save yourself $200. So it depends on if you want the touch version or not.
Now, touch would be nice, but oh my god, smudges on the screen.
Well, you're going to have smudges on the screen no matter if you have the touch or not. So it just depends on if you... Do you have Windows 8 or Windows 7?
I have Windows 7.
You have Windows 7. Okay, so are you ever planning on going up to Windows 10, or are you going to stay on Windows 7 until they stop?
I probably will go up to Windows 10 once it's out for a bit.
Right. So what you got to think about is Windows 10 is going to be like Windows 8 in a way where you have the touch commands, where you swipe across the screen to do this and that. So it would be nice to have on there. I don't know. It's just something that you'd have to weigh your options, because on the 13 or on the 22, if you get the touch version, all you have to do is hit a button to turn that touch feature on and off. So that way it's not interfering with palm recognition or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
Windows 7 drives me nuts because it thinks with this tablet connected that, I have a touchscreen that needs to work in touchscreen mode, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, I got the 22 HD, and I wish I would have done the 22 HD Touch. Now, because I use Windows 8.1.
Yeah. Well,
And,
Windows 8 was built for touchscreen.
right, but Windows 10 will be... I'm sure you... Well, Windows 10, they said it'll you can have that feature turned on and off. So I guess it depends on if you like that the touch functionality or not. Now that I'm getting used to Windows 8, I really enjoy the touch features for Windows 8, but not everybody likes it. So I don't know. I just when you go to get that tablet at the time, just really weigh the options, because the touch sometimes is nice. Like I said, there's times where I wish I had it on this 22 HD. So, and I didn't get it because I was like, well, I'll just say it. I'll go the cheaper route and save $200, and then I got it hooked up, and the first thing I wanted to do was swipe my finger across the screen to do the touch stuff, because I'm just so used to that, and I'm like, damn it, should have went touch. So yeah, but I think you'd be fine either way. If you go the 13 HD, those are running brand new. The 13 HD non-touch are running $799. The touch is $999. 22 HD non-touch is $1799, and touch version is $1999.
I'm hoping you're referring to 199, not 1,999.
No, it's 1,999. The 13 inches.
Maybe don't stick to the traditional walkout tablets.
Yeah. The
one of the bigger, I think they're at Intuos 5 now.
Yeah, they're at Intuos 5 now.
I just think one of the large, like an Intuos 5 medium.
That or well, yeah, yep.
It's like I like the small, and it's nice. It's nice because it fits quite happily on my desk, and when it's not needed, it fits quite happily under my monitor. But a medium would also fit quite happily under there too.
Yeah.
Why is this thing hot? This thing can be that hot.
Well,
Oh, I know it's there.
I mean, it's just, I had to work and save. I worked my butt off and saved to get all the goodies that I got. So it's not like they just fell on my lap. So
No.
it's just what it is, man. Sometimes you just gotta figure out a way to make it happen. But yeah, I mean, the Intuos 5 line, if you're used to the Intuos, then stick with that. Since I stepped up to a Cintiq, I can't go back. Like, I've tried working on my old Intuos 3, or I've tried working on other people's Intuoses that they bring over. Yeah.
And you just can't wrap your head around that.
Well, I mean, a solid week, I could work on it again. A solid week of me practicing. It's just my brain. When I was using an Intuos for the longest time, and it just over time my brain just got in the habit of using it. And now that I'm working on a Cintiq and it's like I'm drawing on paper again, my brain has reverted back to the normal way of drawing. So it's hard for me to like go back and forth on either one. So
I get you.
yeah, but I mean, the Intuos 5s are great because one cool thing about the Intuos 5, and I think they had them in the Intuos 4s, but they have a wireless adapter for them. The adapter's like $40, and you can actually just put a battery in it, and you can use it without having a cord attached to it.
I wasn't aware of that feature. I don't think the Intuos 4 had, at least mine was as an option.
I think it did, to be honest with you, because oh no, that was 5. Sorry, I had an Intuos 5. I ended up selling it. Yeah, the Intuos 4s did not. The Intuos 5 has a wireless functionality, a wireless adapter that you could plug into it.
Yeah, just when I need more batteries to fuck around with.
Oh no, I'm just saying it's not like you need it, but sometimes it'd be nice to just kick your feet up and just sit back a little bit and go that route.
Like I've known people who they've gotten rid of their desk. All they have is like the tower sits next to a TV, and they have everything wireless, and that's nice because that works for them. But I've tried that, and it just doesn't work for me that well.
Yeah. See, it looks like a brand new small Intuos is $80. So
that's reasonable. Yeah, I could afford to spring for the update on that. Then.
Yeah. Let's check size here. Let's see what sizes they have in this line. Pen small, pen medium. Okay, so they don't do large anymore. All they do is a medium. The medium's $199.
Yeah, large was ridiculous.
Yeah. The medium's $199. Do you hear me?
And $199. That's. That would hurt you quite a bit.
Right. What I would suggest is just stick with the pen small, and then let me check something for you real quick. I would stick with the pen or with the Intuos small, and then on eBay from time to time there's a older model, the Wacom Cintiq 12 WX. The cheapest I've seen them is anywhere from $300 up to $500-$600. But that would be a great Cintiq to start with. I know, let's see here. We don't want auction, buy it now. Let's see what I can find you here. Yeah, like $400 and you can have it's an older Cintiq, but it's still, I have the 12WX here, and I was using that before I stepped up to the 22, and I actually use the 12WX from time to time. So, I mean, it's a great tablet. But the cheapest one I see here is $400. So you could get like that new Intuos, and then when you save up enough, you can always get one of these older ones.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now. It's like, yeah, that'd be nice.
No, I know it'd be nice.
I think I'll stick with the Intuos for the time being, because at least I know how that all goes. Like, I know how it works. I know it's silly shit that will do.
Yeah.
Like I picked up my roommate who was using my computer. So I pretty much walked over, took the pen, set it on the tablet. Without it even just be drawing or anything like that. It's just placed it on the tablet and didn't know what happened because now the mouse wouldn't work. It went straight to one screen and stayed there.
Huh. Yeah, I went from Intuos to that 12WX, and then from the 12WX I went in and got a Cintiq Companion, and then from there I went and stepped up to the 22 HD.
Yeah, from the looks of it, I have a upgrade path that I can take, and go from there.
You never know. You get your book done, and up on Amazon. May turn out well to where people buy enough of it, and you can take that money and buy yourself a Cintiq. Right?
Yeah.
You never know, dude.
Yep, sometimes it's, yeah. As my cousin can attest, that things are weird. The publishing industry can get really weird.
Why worry about publishing industry? Why don't you just do independent?
Yeah. That.
At least if you go independent, then you have full control over. And you'll have full control over what happens to your book.
Which is attractive to me, because I have seen, like, because that's one thing that I have worried about. It's like, what would happen if, for whatever reason, I get sued for copyright infringement and have what is effectively my life's work yanked out from underneath me.
Well, what do you mean by copyright infringement?
Oh, it's like, you know how you can have bullshit lawsuits. That's pretty much what I worried about.
Oh, there's nothing. Well, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, they would have to prove without a shadow of a doubt that you took their information, and if their files or their information is older or is newer than yours, it's proof enough in court that they would lose.
Which is why I've kept, like, the original sets of, like, I have in a beat to hell brown briefcase. Like, buried at the way bottom of this thing is a stat filled with drawings and stuff. Is the original what I started when I started writing my story. I kept the original.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Now, if I read it and then I've still read it, and I read it every once in a while, and it's cringeworthy. It is really cringeworthy. But I figure if somebody accuses me of copyright infringement, I can go to court with this to hell brown briefcase, open it up, and hand them the originals, like what I started writing with. The original character art is in there too.
Right. The other thing you want to look at when you go to finish up the book, and I haven't done this with our children's book yet, and this kind of reminds me I've got to get my books sent out. But what you have to do is for $35 and 2 versions or 2 copies of your book, you send it to the Copyright Office. One of the versions stays with the Copyright Office, and the other version they send to the Library of Congress, and then you end up getting a Library of Congress number 2. But if you ever get sued, or if you ever have to sue somebody else over copyright infringement or anything like that,
your Copyright Office and the Library of Congress number.
You have to have it copyrighted to even to deal with anything that's lawsuit related. So, say somebody is taking your characters that you created and they're infringing on your copyright, you would have to have your book registered with the Copyright Office to be able to take them to court. So, just keep that in mind. That'll be something you have to do.
Now I know that like right now where I'm standing, like this is something. DeviantArt grants you a limited copyright.
Right.
And if you want to see something where DeviantArt mean, take a look at what DeviantArt will do to artists.
What do you mean? What do they do?
Pretty much, I can report, pretty much, go through the official channels, like, okay, someone's stealing my art, I report them as stealing the art, and if nothing happens, I can then go to DeviantArt and go, my art's been stolen, help. And then the DeviantArt legal team goes, okay, we'll help you.
Oh, okay.
You can prove that your case, that this art is being stolen and it is your art.
Right. So then you've got a temporary means of copyright protection, right? You've got something
Yes.
that'll protect you. And then what I would suggest doing is go independent, have full control over your book and release dates and everything like that. And I would put it up on Amazon as a digital book, because digital books are free to make, because you just download their children's book. You download the children's book software. And you create your book with that software. It's free, okay? It's free to upload onto Amazon, and you sit there and wait till you got enough money to make a couple books. When you got enough money to make a couple books, then you send it to the copyright office, so that way you have extra protection. And then after that, you just let the money keep coming in, and then you decide, well, do we want to take this to print or do we not? You know, that's what I would do, to be honest with you, because
And I may do that. I think we were discussing this earlier. Is I already have it in because I have family that has it in.
right.
Now, most likely, I'm still going to go independent just simply because I want that level of control. This is my work. You aren't going to get to play your hit games with.
Well, you know what happens, right? You know what happens if they don't hit that X number. The book goes forever out of print until they feel that they can make a profit off of it. So the chances of you ever, first of all, the chances of you ever seeing your book in print are very nil. And second, if it does go to print, and it doesn't hit the number that they need to hit to make a profit, then they control, if it ever gets printed again. So your best bet is just to go independent. And from what I've heard and read, a lot of publishers and agents are looking at independence anyway, because you've already done all the legwork for them, and they may have better connections. So if you've already done a lot of the legwork, and also I found out that even if you do have an agent, or even if you do have a publisher printing your book, they're still going to rely on you as the artist or the writer to still to help sell the book. Okay, so it's not like it used to be. They're not going to do all the sales, and they're not going to do all the legwork for you anymore. So you're just better out going independent, to be honest with you. And then if it's big, it takes off, and next thing you know, you've got an agent or a publisher calling you and saying, hey, we see that you're very successful. We're willing to throw in some extra money and see where it goes. And that's where you have the wiggle room to say, okay, well, this is what I want to negotiate here. This is what you guys can and can't do. And at any point, you could always back out. So there's a lot of different things to do, a lot of different options to go. Just depends on how you want to do it. But we decided to go independent, and that's where we're staying. I'm I mean, if a publisher or agent comes to us and says, "You guys retain the rights. We just want to publish this book," then I'll say, "Okay, sure." But if a publisher or agent comes to us and says, "Well, we'll buy the book from you, or buy the story from you," I'll say, "Nope, not interested," because I like yourself want to.
You want to retain the rights to it,
right?
Which I understand.
I want to decide. I want to decide if my book is in print or not. I don't want a publisher or an agent to decide that. So.
Because that was actually one of the things I figured that it's okay.
Right.
If for some cosmic reason that I go to publish and my book happens to be the hot thing for the year, and this is where it's like, okay, just how my mind works is like contingency plans for everything that I could possibly think of. Was that if for a movie studio or animation studio goes, "Hey, we want to turn your book into a show or a movie or something like that," I'd go, "Sure, here's my terms."
Right.
And the big one is that I may retain control. That if I decide, nope, you're not living up to what I think the material should be, or you're wanting to run roughshod over it, I can just simply go, nope, I'm revoking your license to it, and walk away from the entire thing.
Yep.
Try to copy that set. Alright.
What? Oh, damn. Okay.
Not that. Well, that's about as done as that's going to get for the time being. How to confuse Windows in one shot. Save a file with a backslash in its name. This is something that I learned a little while ago. Linux backslash isn't used, so it's not a restricted character. So you can give a file name. You can have file name backslash then extension. Linux will go, oh, that's just a file. However, if you take that file over to Windows, Windows will assume it's a folder.
Oh,
with an extension,
that's funny.
and then refuse to open it.
Oh man, it's almost quitting time for me.
I'm outfitting a render, and I'll probably toss that up onto my DA account. And since I can't go any further, I'll probably just go to like Minecraft or something, fiddle around for a bit.
That's cool. So when you're working on these illustrations right now, are those for the final of the book, or are you just drawing?
Just drawing.
Oh, okay. Have you even started working on the illustrations for the book yet?
It's not a kid's book, but
Well, no, I'm not saying it's a kid's book. What do you mean by that? Whether it's a kid's book or a comic book, I mean, there's still a certain way of going about getting the illustrations done, right?
I was intending it to be a novel.
Okay, so, but have you written the book?
Working on it.
Ah. So is it going to be a graphic novel, like a trade paperback, or what are you going? Is it going to have pictures in it at all, or what?
Probably not.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've seen a few novels where it's like you have the first few pages, or image maybe sprinkled here and there, but for the most part, it's just text.
Oh, okay. Well, heck, that should be fairly easy then, because you won't have to worry about getting illustrations done for it.
It pretty much is the biggest illustration that I would have to worry about.
The
I
cover.
already have the skills, so I would just have to sit down and do it. It would be like the front cover and back cover.
Right.
Since most science fiction covers that I see now have been doing the stuff rendered in like Poser and applications like that,
Right.
with pretty much the final product being touched up in Photoshop.
Yep, just there to grab people's attention, right?
Pretty much.
Yep. You know what it should do? While you're waiting on the pen to show up, you should start writing a book.
Or continue writing it?
Or continue writing it. Yeah. How many more pages do you think you got?
Until it's done.
Well, I mean, how many pages do you have now?
Not enough.
Okay.
I'll probably sit down and go at it again. And a lot of sometimes what I run into is like I'll write something, think it's really good, read it and go, oh, holy shit, this doesn't work with what I've established. Okay, backtrack. Oh, fuck, now I have to go backtrack much further to make this segment work or scrap it. That's an excuse, so
Yeah.
I'll probably get to it. I mean, if I get bored with Minecraft, I'll probably sign off and go do a bit of writing.
Well, I don't mean to be a pest, but Eric, I just know from experience and from like just some of the like what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of fear there. There's a little bit of this is going to be a lot of work. You know, there's a little bit of everything going on in there, and I've been there, dude. And I could tell you right now, if I'd know what I know today, I would have gotten started on a lot of projects a lot sooner. And I only say that because, like, normally what I would do is I'd sit down, I'd be playing video games right now instead of working, but I'm working. And, you know, I'm just kind of forcing myself to sit down and do it. So, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, I'm trying not to be too much of a pest, but I'm just trying to encourage you to... It sounds like this is a dream of yours. This is something you want to happen, and I'm just trying to help kind of push you over that edge to get you moving.
And you're not being a pest. It's like, yeah, I need to get off my fat ass and do it. There are things that I've looked up and researched, like, just random things that I've learned that, well, I have worked on it. For example, do you know what the average shower temperature is?
No.
Ranges from 110 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
Really?
Yep. Actually, I think it's 130 is the high end, but it's in that range is the average shower temperature.
Did not know that. Learn something new every day.
And I had to learn that because, like, okay, the setup called that, well, a digital display would be showing the temperature of the water coming out of a shower head. Well, what's that temperature?
Yeah.
Make it too low, it's like, oh, he's taking a cold shower.
Right.
Well, given the situation, he wouldn't want to take anything. He wouldn't want to take a cold shower, he'd want to take a hot shower. Which, the temperature I settled on was 117 degrees Fahrenheit, which when converted over to Celsius, produced a reference. But I enjoyed it way too much, so I just left it.
Gotcha.
The 117 degrees Fahrenheit equates to 42 degrees Celsius.
I did not know that. The only time I ever look that up is when I'm monitoring my computer temperatures and I have to find out what degrees Fahrenheit it is in Celsius. Well, anyway, dude, you should just, before you pass out tonight, you should try to get a couple things written up. Keep plugging away every night on that book until it's done. Next thing you know, you'll be ready to get it going up on Amazon as an ebook. Well, dude, I'm gonna finish up here and then I'm gonna hit the sack. So I will talk at you later.
Alright, well, I'm uploading pretty much what I was working on today to DeviantArt right now.
Oh, that's cool. I'll wait till you get it uploaded, then I'll take a look at it before I'll log off then. That way you can send me the link in the chat. Shit.
Cool. Man, it turned out good, dude.
Yeah, if I can get this one finished up, it may be one of the first ones that I sell as a print.
Oh, that'll be cool. How are you? You gonna sell it on Etsy, or where you planning on selling it?
I was just going to do it through the DeviantArt print store, just simply as the first one. Let's see how it goes, and
Yeah, that's
see if
cool.
it's even worth it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like, I would totally. I mean, how does it cost you money to set that up, or is it free?
I have no idea.
Well, if it's free, let me just tell you this. I would put up this. I would put up the one that where the guy's underwater, and I'd probably put up the one where, let's see, I'd put up, let's see, what other one? The one where he's got tentacles coming out of his back, and the charm is kind of floating in the air.
Okay.
That's my suggestion. I think those three would. I mean, I know probably some girl or some guy that likes anime or anime style. The one with the tentacles coming out of his back and his charms glowing. I mean, that's a pretty nice piece, and I think somebody would totally hang that on their wall. So the underwater one's cool, and so is the dirt bike one. So if it's free, throw up as many as you can, because you never know. Instead of just saying, well, I'm going to throw up this one and we'll see how it does. If it's free, you throw up as many as you can, and you see which one sells the best. And then you try to do something that kind of revolves around that story arc, or that image story arc, right? Or you find out from the people that bought that, or you find out from the people that are looking at your stuff which one that they would like to buy a print of. Just a suggestion, but that's what I would do. Marketing 101, always throw up more than one piece.
We'll think about that. there's a few that it's like, okay, I'll throw up. There's a few that I'll throw up just to see what would happen. And the dirt bike, the scuba diving, when I'm looking at my DA page and I know these pieces by their name
Right.
that I've posted. So, open water diving, dirt biking, resisting light darkness, and another one which isn't on my front page anymore because it's been pushed off. But swimming demon, just to see if anybody bites on that one too.
Yeah, I mean, throw up a bunch. There doesn't have to be just one. It's like, I don't even know how to even properly put an analogy to it, but you're giving yourself better odds if you throw up more than one illustration. So you throw up the one illustration, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. And definitely by saying, well, we'll see how this goes. Well, it's really not a good way to make a comparison, because there might be another illustration that people like more. So let's say, for example, the dirt bike one doesn't sell at all, but your Resisting My Darkness one sells like 100 copies. You know, and you wouldn't have known that unless you would have put them all up. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does make sense. So.
Trust me, dude. The words that are coming out of my mouth are,
From experience.
yeah, are from a lot of experience and a lot of time spinning my wheels trying to make it as an artist. So, I mean, I'm only saying it just to help, but you know, it all comes from experience. So just keep that in mind. You know, when I start giving some advice, it's all from experience. It's not. I'm not trying to change you as a person. I'm just trying to say, hey, this is what's worked for me, and it could possibly work for you, and you should try it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it at how it was okay throwing up a swimming demon, just because that one just because it's a little fun, let's see what happens when I click this thing. I'm looking at the options that they're offering me. What I get back from it is pretty minimal, and it's for the 9x12 print. Base price is pretty much the sale price that people would find is $6.71. I get out of that $1.12.
Okay. You get $1 and how much? 12 cents.
$1.12 off of
And the
9x12 print.
9 by wait, time out. A 9 by 12 print, they're charging. Okay, wait, time out. So what's the going price that the shop charges for that size?
For
9 by 12.
size, for the 9x12, DeviantArt's print shop is selling it for $6.71.
Okay, so their markup is anywhere from $3 to $4. It only that.
Base price is $5.59. They're tacking on the artist's profit to the sale price.
No. I'm telling you, I work in the print industry. I know what the price of a 9 by 12 print is. It's the 9 by 12 print I can buy myself. I could go up to a shop and pay $2 to $3 to have that print done myself. So they're charging you $3 to put that print up. But it's included in the final price, which is $6, right? You're making $1. What was it? $1 what?
$1.12.
Yeah, I mean, so they're making $3. You're making $1.12. But on the flip side is they've got a lot of traffic coming through on DeviantArt, so they're bringing it. They're bringing in the sales, and that's why they're taking the cut. So it just depends. Now you can go someplace and buy the prints at $2 to $3 a piece, and there's no guarantee you'll even sell one. But you set something up here, and you may sell 100 prints, right? Well, it's because they're driving the traffic through. So I think $1.12 or $1.15 or whatever it is, I think it's a fair price.
Okay.
I think it's fair. I mean, until you build up your name. And now let's just put it this way. Now, when your name gets bigger and you're making a lot more money on the prints, that's when you set up a website and you sell them yourself and not through Deviant, so that way you can make more money, right? But you have to build.
Because I'm looking at the market, the difference between the 18 by 24 print. DeviantArt the sales price is $23.99.
Yep.
The artist gets $4 of that.
Right,
Which
and
seems awfully skewed in comparison to the 9 by 12.
what was the size and the price again? Sorry.
18 by 24.
Okay.
They're wanting $23.99 for it.
Okay.
So $24.
You know how much I pay? Let me just put in perspective. Let me just put in perspective real quick how much I pay for that size. I pay by the square footage, and I also pay whether I want a UV laminate put on my pieces or not. I always get a UV laminate, so that way my art, my printed art is protected for a certain amount of years from UV rays. Okay, with the UV laminate at that size, it would only cost me $6 to print.
Just throw a different one up.
But
the system likes better, and it's giving me a lot more options out of it. Like, okay, 18 by 24 and 20 by 24 are the same,
right.
and the 30 by 40 would buy that, but that's just me thinking internally, is sold at $53.12, and the artist gets $8.85 out of that.
Okay. Again, just put everything up for any size, so that way people can select whatever size they want, throw as much art as you can, and just when your name gets big enough, branch off on your own, start up your own website, and sell your art pieces. And you can call me. I can set you up with the right printers, and they'll get you a hell of a deal. But you're gonna have to use DeviantArt to build up your name, and that's just how it works. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we can go out, we could talk about this all night, and I'm going to keep telling you the same thing over and over again, because really it all boils down to how you're going to do your sales, how you're going to get your sales to come in, and this, that, and the other. So I'm giving you some sound advice here, and plus the people that are watching my live stream, they're getting this same sound advice too. You just got to do it. You just got to do it the way I'm telling you to do it, because it's just how it works. You got to build up a clientele first before you can even do anything. And while DeviantArt is taking a bigger chunk, they're also bringing in a lot more sales for you. So you end up build up your name. You start your own website. You start selling your own prints, and then you can instead of using DeviantArt, you could cut them out as a middleman and now pocket whatever their profit is into your profit. So, but you got to start somewhere, so throw all your art up and make sure you're getting everything up there in all different sizes, because you don't know what size somebody's looking for, and if you only offer 2 sizes and they're looking for the 3rd size, which is bigger, then they're not buying your piece because they want a bigger size and they don't see it there. So offer all sizes, all shapes. I don't know what else to tell you, but that's what I would do, man. Especially if it doesn't cost you anything to throw that up there. I mean, that's a no-brainer. If it's free, then get it up there.
That's partly why it doesn't cost me anything, is that they're taking that chunk. That if I was paying for it, I'd get that more of that chunk back. But because it's like, okay, I understand from a business standpoint, DeviantArt has to recoup the losses of the printing and shipping. So I understand that's where that cost comes from. So I'm not actually that upset. I'm just going, okay.
No, I know you're not upset.
I suppose that once I get started, if I get bigger and more people are wanting my art, then yeah, I would need to go somewhere else, just simply because that cut is a little steep. Now, would I completely abandon DeviantArt? Probably not, as there's going to be a lot of people that are still going to come to the store to my page and want to buy the print through DeviantArt.
Right. All I'm trying to do is light a fire under your butt to get your stuff up there and get it out there, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
Well, my ass is starting to smoke, so I hope you're happy.
I am happy because, you really should get your stuff out there. I mean, a lot of people are afraid to put their stuff out there because they're afraid that it's not going to do well, or this, that, and the other. I've seen some stuff that I thought was like, who would pay money for that? And these people are making hundreds of dollars on Etsy or this, that, and the other for stuff that but you know what? People like it, and that's fine, because, it's not my choice on what people should like or not like, but, in my eyes, it's like, well, I don't know if I'd pay $20 for that, but 100 other people thought, well, I'll pay $20 for that because I thought that would look cool on my desk, or that would look cool in my house somewhere, right? So, yeah, man, I mean, just people are so afraid to get their stuff out there. Just do it. Just stop saying this and stop saying that, and just wake up tomorrow when you got time and just get everything ready to go and do it.
See what happens. Yeah, I'm looking through going, what options are available on this piece? What options are available on this piece? What can I do here? What can I do here?
Yep.
Like, I know one of my pieces I just simply cannot sell because weird copyright, unless I contacted the Game Masters. One of the pieces I did was for a game, because this is one of those weird quirks about copyright law. For tabletop games, the player doesn't actually own the character. The Game Master owns the character. So I'd have to contact the game master, go, do you release the rights to this character to me?
Oh,
If they
okay.
don't- No. If they decide no, they don't want to, then I can't sell a print of that. It has to sit, pretty much going, yep, I'm here. I can't beat you. Oh, you want me as a print? Well, that's too bad. Now I know the game master. He'll probably go, yeah, fine, because the game that in question fell apart. So he's probably just gonna go, yeah, whatever. I'll release the rights to you. So that's just a sheer paperwork thing, so that later he doesn't come after me and go, why did you sell this character? I legally own it. That's all that is.
Yeah.
The other thing is, what do I have to lose? If nothing sells, well, nothing sells. It's not costing me anything to have the stuff up in the print store for right now.
Right. Right. A lot of people don't realize that. They just think they're just more worried. They're more worried about not selling a piece rather than it not costing them anything. Because at some point, somebody will buy something. At some point, if it's up there long enough. Unless it's really crappy art, like really, really crappy art. You know. But
Except for that doesn't always. You do something and some damn fool's gonna buy it.
yeah, maybe. I mean, they may think it's funny, or they may like the way it looks, even if it is kind of junky. You never know with that kind of stuff, man.
Because I've gone through and added things to my favorites list, but I've had artists come back at me and go, why did you add this into your favorites? It's a piece of shit. And I replied back, I like it. I like how it looks. There's an aspect to the drawing that I like. And it's really hard for me to put my finger on something, but it's like, I put it in my favorites list because I liked something you did.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should like what you do, man. Oh, I think it's time for me to get ready to shut things down. Oh. Alright, all you viewers on Twitch, I am off for the night, but my schedule is up. I will see you guys starting Monday. 3 o'clock is usually when I get on, so from 3 to 11 to 3 to 12. I'll adjust this Tuesday. It won't be a late start, and doesn't seem like there's any severe thunderstorms rolling through anytime this week, so... But we'll play it by ear. Anyway, guys, all you viewers out there on Twitch that are watching my channel, I will see you guys tomorrow at 3. Talk to you later.